The Blueface baby mama drama just hit a whole new level, and it's getting completely out of control. His new girlfriend jumped straight into the chaos. Tensions are boiling between Jaidyn, Crow, and Nah, and one simple family outing turned into an absolute nightmare. There were babies left unattended, security guards attacked, and even Child Protective Services got involved. And the craziest part? Jaidyn stayed calm the entire time, protecting her kids while the drama exploded around her. You won't believe what went down next. This is a story you have to see to believe. The Blueface baby mama drama just keeps escalating, reaching levels that seem almost impossible to keep up with. Every time it feels like the situation might settle, a new layer of chaos is added, making it even more complicated for everyone involved. His new girlfriend, Nah, has jumped straight into the heart of the storm, inserting herself into conflicts with both Crow and Jaidyn. She seems to be acting as if she's the only one in the picture, perhaps under the impression that she holds some sort of special status, as though her presence changes the dynamics entirely. But in reality, this is exactly how Blue had Jaidyn and Crow feeling for years, until he had children with them and then treated them in ways that were far from kind or fair. Nah's behavior appears to be a repeat of history, stepping in with assumptions, creating tension, and not fully understanding the complex emotions already at play. Things became even more chaotic when someone actually called Child Protective Services, CPS, on Jaidyn, a move that sent shockwaves through the situation. Yet, surprisingly, Crow didn't receive the same scrutiny. This raised eyebrows among those observing the drama, as it seemed wildly unfair that Jaidyn, who was primarily focused on protecting her children, would be the target of such a serious intervention. The tension didn't start with Nah, though. Even before she became involved, there was already conflict simmering between Chrisean and Jaidyn. The situation had been gradually building, and the atmosphere was already tense long before any new participants entered the picture. The full-blown circus, as many had described it, truly kicked off right after Blue got out of prison, when the dynamics of his relationships and parental responsibilities came under intense public scrutiny. One of the most dramatic incidents occurred when Blue decided to take his children and his mother, Chrisean, to an arcade for what was meant to be a simple family outing. A day that should have been about fun, bonding, and quality time with family quickly spiraled into a spectacle. Somehow, Croc got wind of the outing and showed up at the arcade uninvited. Not only did she appear at the location, but she also immediately started recording the entire scene live on her phone, broadcasting it to anyone who wanted to watch. Her arrival instantly added tension, because it placed Jaidyn's children in a situation where someone she considered unpredictable and unsafe was nearby. The sight of Croc around her children understandably alarmed Jaidyn, prompting her to rush to the arcade to retrieve her kids and remove them from potential danger. Jaidyn's concerns were far from exaggerated. She explained that she didn't feel safe leaving her children with Croc, noting that Croc isn't all the way right in the head. The accusations went even further, with Jaidyn claiming that Crow had previously attempted to harm her own child by poisoning him. This alarming detail underscored why Jaidyn was so determined to protect her children at all costs. If someone is willing to harm their own child, Jaidyn reasoned, there is no logical way to trust them around hers. Her actions were entirely motivated by a desire to safeguard her children, rather than to escalate any drama or create unnecessary conflict. When Jaidyn arrived to pick up her kids, tensions flared immediately. According to Chrisean, a confrontation erupted between Jaidyn and Croc, sparked by Chrisean's dissatisfaction that Jaidyn had shown up specifically because Croc was present. This incident illustrates just how layered and complicated the ongoing drama is. It isn't just a matter of romantic rivalry or social media arguments. There are multiple relationships, histories, and personalities colliding at once, each with their own stakes and grievances. The situation continued to escalate, fueled not only by direct interactions but also by the broader public watching the events unfold online. Social media amplified every argument, every confrontation, and every action, creating an environment in which even minor disagreements could explode into major controversies. Jaidyn's approach throughout all of this has been remarkably composed. She has consistently demonstrated that her primary concern is the safety and well-being of her children. While Croc and Nah may be focused on asserting control, winning arguments, or asserting perceived status within Blue's life, Jaidyn's attention remains on protecting her kids and ensuring that they are in a safe environment. Her actions send a clear message: she will not allow anyone unsafe to be around her children, regardless of the chaos or drama surrounding her. At the same time, her restraint and level-headedness often seem to further frustrate those trying to provoke her. By staying calm and prioritizing her children over petty rivalries, Jaidyn maintains a position of moral authority in a situation that is otherwise chaotic and unpredictable. The ongoing conflict between these women is a stark reminder of how complicated co-parenting and blended family dynamics can become, especially when personal relationships, social media exposure, and public scrutiny are involved. It also highlights how past behaviors can repeat themselves if lessons aren't learned. Na's assumption that she can assert special status mirrors patterns from Blue's past interactions with Jaidyn and Crow, reinforcing old grievances. Meanwhile, interventions like the CPS call, although shocking, serve as a stark reminder of the extreme measures outsiders sometimes take when they perceive potential risks, even when those risks may be exaggerated or misplaced. Ultimately, the Blueface baby mama saga is a tangled web of personal histories, protective instincts, and conflicting agendas. Every new twist adds complexity and keeps the drama alive, with Jaidyn consistently at the center, balancing her responsibilities as a mother while navigating unpredictable behavior from Crow, Na, and others. The arcade incident, in particular, serves as a microcosm of the larger story. A seemingly simple family outing quickly escalated into a high-stakes confrontation, underscoring the intensity of emotions, loyalties, and stakes involved. In the midst of all this, Jaidyn's unwavering focus on safeguarding her children remains a guiding principle, even as the drama surrounding her continues to grow, seemingly without end. The chaos didn't stop there. Croc went as far as attacking Jaidyn's security guards on camera. Yes, federal agents. And then drove off, leaving a baby behind without a car seat or any care while trying to follow Jaidyn's son. Jonathan, the baby's dad, had no diapers, no food, and didn't know what to do. Watching that unfold on camera was infuriating, especially knowing how protective Jaidyn is about her kids. Croc's actions put someone else's child in danger and ruined their entire day, yet Jaidyn calmly picked up her own children and removed them from harm, achieving what she needed without letting the situation spiral further. Meanwhile, Carissa shared screenshots exposing Korn threatening her just for asking normal questions, showing she would not tolerate his intimidation. In the messages, Carissa offered to meet to pick up a child, and Chrisean responded aggressively, saying they'd never see their son and to leave them alone. Carissa reminded him she tried because she thought he had changed, but Croc dismissed her, calling her delusional, to which Carissa responded that she didn't have to be nice to someone who caused harm. Through all of this, Jaidyn remained unbothered by Croc's antics, immediately securing her kids and responding on Instagram to Crowan's fans who were causing trouble in her comments. One thing was crystal clear: anyone who disrespects her or her children will see exactly how far she's willing to go. Jaidyn doesn't play around when it comes to protecting her kids. There's no bluff, no hesitation, just unwavering defense. Jaidyn made it abundantly clear from the very beginning that no one is allowed near her children unless she trusts them completely. For her, there is no compromise when it comes to the safety, well-being, and overall care of her kids. This is not a situation where she negotiates or allows for gray areas. Her children's protection is her top priority, and she has made that point crystal clear through her actions and words. Even amid the chaos, which has seemed never-ending, Jaidyn remained remarkably calm, composed, and collected, a fact that did not go unnoticed by those around her. Her ability to stay poised in the face of drama drew attention on social media, particularly from Chrisean, who felt compelled to weigh in publicly. Taking to Twitter, he issued warnings to Jaidyn, urging her to watch her words and exercise caution for her own safety. He framed her reactions as coming from a bitter and sour heart, attempting to paint her vigilance and assertiveness as a personal flaw rather than the natural concern of a mother protecting her children. Meanwhile, Carissa highlighted the utter absurdity of the entire situation, pointing out the extreme behavior of certain parties involved. She exposed how someone had taken Blue's children and, immediately afterward, demanded $1,000 from him, just as he had returned from serving 2 years in prison. Carissa emphasized the bitterness and cruelty behind such actions, framing them as unnecessary, opportunistic, and unfair, particularly toward a man who had already endured the hardships of incarceration. The situation was complicated even further by the disparity in how Blue had treated different people upon his release. Before leaving, he had provided Jaidyn with substantial support, leaving her with a career opportunity, a car, and even his personal chains, yet he had not extended the same consideration or generosity to Carissa. This imbalance highlighted the unevenness in treatment and further fueled public interest and scrutiny, adding layers to the already volatile mix of interpersonal drama. Jaidyn, however, refused to be baited or misrepresented. She clapped back firmly against the accusations being made toward her, asserting that she had never asked Blue, or anyone else, for money during his absence. She reinforced that her only concern was the safety of her children, explaining that the reason she intervened in certain situations was because an incompetent adult had been responsible for them without her consent. Her focus remained unwaveringly on her children, and she emphasized that the way she chose to parent should never become the business of outsiders or those looking to stir conflict. In doing so, Jaidyn demonstrated a rare level of composure and clarity, refusing to allow the narrative to be hijacked by malicious rumors or pettiness. As if the situation weren't already tense enough, Crocker's fans further escalated the drama by taking the extreme measure of calling Child Protective Services on Jaidyn. This move seemed not only unnecessary but entirely misguided, given that Jaidyn had merely acted to protect her children from a potentially unsafe environment. She had done what any responsible parent would do: prioritize the well-being of her kids over any personal vendetta, public opinion, or external pressure. The audacity of calling CPS under these circumstances only underscored the toxic nature of the drama surrounding these families, illustrating how far some individuals were willing to go in order to manipulate, intimidate, or punish Jaidyn for asserting her authority as a mother. Adding another layer of complexity to the situation, it wasn't even Jaidyn who revealed that CPS had been called on her. Instead, Carissa, who apparently resides with Jaidyn and thus has first-hand knowledge of the family's day-to-day life, shared this information publicly. This revelation added fuel to the fire, highlighting how intertwined and complicated the relationships had become, with multiple parties living under the same roof, witnessing events as they unfold, and contributing to the ongoing narrative in real time. The situation illustrates the degree to which the lives of these children have been entangled in adult conflicts, making it challenging to separate personal grievances from matters of parental responsibility. The entirety of the drama underscores just how chaotic and unnecessarily toxic the environment surrounding these children has become. What should be a straightforward matter of parenting and family care has instead been transformed into a spectacle of public feuds, social media commentary, and legal interventions. The repeated interference by outside parties, coupled with the constant scrutiny and the manipulative actions of certain adults, has created a whirlwind of tension and conflict that shows no sign of abating. In the middle of all this, Jaidyn has remained focused, patient, and consistent, prioritizing her children above all else and navigating the situation with a careful combination of assertiveness and composure. This ongoing saga highlights not only the challenges of co-parenting in a high-profile environment but also the broader social dynamics at play when personal conflicts become public. Jaidyn's steadfast approach serves as a reminder of the importance of boundaries, trust, and prioritizing children's welfare, even when others attempt to provoke or destabilize her. Every action she takes, from picking up her kids to responding to accusations, demonstrates that she is not willing to compromise on her role as a parent. Meanwhile, the toxic interference from others, be it Croc, fans, or even family members, continues to complicate an already volatile situation. Yet through it all, Jaidyn's focus remains unshakable. Her children's safety, stability, and well-being are her highest priorities, and she refuses to allow the chaos surrounding her to undermine that mission. In the end, the drama surrounding Blue, Jaidyn, and the other adults in this saga is a cautionary tale about the complexities of parenting, fame, and relationships. While outsiders may focus on the sensational aspects, tweets, social media posts, and viral videos, the heart of the matter lies in the day-to-day choices Jaidyn makes to protect and nurture her children. Her actions illustrate a clear principle: no amount of public drama, manipulation, or external interference will ever override her responsibility to her kids. The situation remains tense, unpredictable, and deeply entangled, but Jaidyn's unwavering commitment to her children stands as a constant in the midst of the chaos. The CPS actually showed up at Jaidyn's house, and surprisingly, the visit turned out to be far calmer than anyone might have expected. Instead of the confrontation or high-stress scenario that many anticipated, the agents were cordial and professional, even sitting down with Jaidyn for lunch and coffee. It was a strange contrast to the chaos swirling around her life at the time. Here she was, amid a storm of public drama and personal conflicts, calmly hosting government officials who were technically there to evaluate her parenting. The agents observed her son, took note of his behavior, and even monitored interactions online. Yet the day unfolded peacefully, without any sign of the drama that had been expected. This unexpected calmness highlighted a key point: Jaidyn was prepared, responsible, and in complete control of her home and her children's well-being. The CPS visit, while initially intimidating in the eyes of the public, ultimately served as a testament to her composure and ability to manage the complexities of her life effectively. Meanwhile, Word on the street is that Chrisean isn't the only individual Jaidyn has to contend with in her personal life. Blue's new girlfriend, Nivea, has allegedly developed issues with Jaidyn as well. According to rumors, Nivea is frustrated because Blue appears to be spending more time at Jaidyn's house than with her. The living arrangement between Jaidyn and Chrisean provides Blue with two clear reasons to visit frequently: his children and his mother. Despite this logical explanation, Nivea seems unable, or unwilling, to grasp the reality of the situation, choosing instead to interpret Blue's visits as a sign of interest in Jaidyn. This has led to a series of unnecessary conflicts and arguments, as Nivea reportedly picks fights with Blue over perceived slights, jealousies, or imagined intentions. The tension between these women is not merely personal. It is further magnified by the public nature of the relationships and the constant presence of social media observers, which turns even minor disagreements into widely shared spectacles. Jaidyn, for her part, refuses to be drawn into any competition over a man or to engage in petty battles that have nothing to do with the well-being of her children. She has consistently demonstrated that her focus is unwaveringly on her kids and ensuring their safety and stability. While Nivea may be focused on asserting control or validating her place in Blue's life, Jaidyn remains above the fray, refusing to let personal drama dictate her actions or influence her decisions regarding her family. Her composure in these situations is remarkable, particularly given the intensity and persistence of the external pressures she faces. By choosing not to respond to every provocation, Jaidyn maintains a level of authority and credibility that often contrasts sharply with the chaotic behavior of those around her. The situation has not gone unnoticed by the public either. Social media users have weighed in, offering opinions, critiques, and commentary on the unfolding drama. Some have expressed incredulity at the CPS visit itself, questioning why Jaidyn would be scrutinized while Chrisean, another adult involved in the broader situation, apparently faced no such investigation. Others have highlighted the irony and fairness of the outcome, noting that CPS likely found Jaidyn's children healthy, well-behaved, and living in a clean, structured, and nurturing environment. These observations have sparked debates online, with many people questioning the logic and motivations behind the CPS call in the first place. For those watching from the outside, it raises important questions about accountability, fairness, and the challenges of parenting under intense public scrutiny. At the heart of the matter is the fundamental question of why CPS would be called on someone who was simply doing the right thing. Jaidyn's actions, removing her children from unsafe circumstances, ensuring they were cared for properly, and maintaining a structured household, were precisely the kind of responsible behavior that one would expect to be supported, not penalized. The decision to involve outside authorities seems to stem more from personal grudges, jealousy, or attempts to manipulate the narrative than from genuine concern for the children's welfare. This situation underscores the toxic nature of the drama surrounding these families, where ordinary parenting decisions are transformed into points of conflict, public spectacle, and social media fodder. Meanwhile, speculation continues regarding Nivea's potential role in the ongoing saga. Many observers wonder whether she is likely to become the next baby mama drama in Blue's life, following in the footsteps of previous conflicts and public disputes. The fact that she is allegedly upset about Blue's visits to Jaidyn's home indicates that tensions are likely to escalate further. The combination of personal insecurities, miscommunication, and public scrutiny creates a volatile environment in which misunderstandings and conflicts can quickly spiral out of control. The ongoing uncertainty keeps everyone involved, and those observing the situation on edge, wondering what the next confrontation will entail and who will be affected. Ultimately, the CPS visit, the tension with Nivea, and the ongoing public scrutiny serve as a microcosm of the larger issues at play in Jaidyn's life. They illustrate the challenges of navigating parenthood, personal relationships, and public perception all at once. Despite the external pressures, Jaidyn's approach remains consistent. She prioritizes her children, maintains composure, and refuses to let petty conflicts dictate her actions. The situation remains tense and unpredictable, but it also highlights the resilience, resourcefulness, and unwavering focus that Jaidyn brings to every decision she makes. As the story continues to unfold, it is clear that she will remain vigilant, protective, and steadfast, determined to ensure the well-being of her children no matter how chaotic the world around her becomes.